Hey guys, and welcome to Art and Sports. And here I am in my Week 16 NFL season predictions. Here with some Madden 20 content. What is this? Art and Sports producing gaming content? That's a thing again? You bet your ass it is. Anywho, there are no Thursday night football games this week, which kind of sucks because I was looking forward to watching Thursday night football, especially where I'm not working this Thursday. Well, Thursday night anyway. But lo and behold, there's a triple header on Saturday, which I'm going to miss most of due to, you guessed it, work. So let's move right into things here as we talk about the Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, Jameis Winston is kind of a special quarterback. And I say that because he's leading the league in touchdown passes. However, he's also leading the league in interceptions. So, kind of balances each other out. But with that being said, Houston has a absolutely terrible defense, and I don't. It's cost their defense or lack thereof, I should say, has cost them a lot of games this year, especially as of late. Um, I don't foresee the Texans' defense being able to stop the Tampa Bay offense. Not that the Tampa Bay offense is stellar, because it's not. But I do foresee the home crowd getting behind the Buccaneers and helping them beat the Houston Texans this week. It is going to be a close game, but that is what I see happening: is Tampa Bay over Houston. Next up, we have Buffalo rolling into Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. And this game could make or break the AFC East, and that is simply because of the fact that if Buffalo wins, then both teams are 11-4, and they go into a tie in Week 17, winner take all. Well, more or less winner take all. If Buffalo loses, New England improves to 12-3, and Buffalo falls to 10-5. So, and if that happens, then New England takes their 11th straight AFC East championship title crown thing. Both teams have had absolutely amazing seasons this year. Neither team really buckle under pressure. You know, New England kind of went this season completely tight endless, and yet they still managed to do some really, really good things. Buffalo, Josh Allen has been absolutely amazing. They too have been bit by the injury bug this season and have prevailed. So I am going to give this game to New England. Very, very, very close fashion. I'm calling for 3 points or less, to be honest. Um, so I will do have New England winning that game. Saturday night, it is the LA Rams rolling into San Francisco to face off against the 49ers at 8:15. And I do want to note that the 49ers have only allowed 154.4 passes, or I'm sorry, 154.4 yards per game passing this season, which is the fewest in the NFL. Their defense has just been unstoppable this season, especially with the ball in the air. Rushing, they've had a little bit harder of a time stopping, but still have done absolutely fantastic. And a lot of people, looking back at the beginning of the season, would not believe you if you had said that going into Week 16 that the 49ers would be 11-3, especially where just 2 years ago at this point I believe they were 2-11. Or no, I'm sorry, not 2-11, 3-11. So that's just my method of thinking there. The Rams are a good team. They've too have had some injury problems this season. I am going to give this game to the 49ers. This could be closer. It's not going to be close, but I'm going to say 8 points or less. New York Giants rolling into Washington to face off against the Redskins. Eli Manning quite possibly has started his last game for the New York Giants in his career. And even as a Patriots fan, I must say thank you to the great number 10. He's had a hell of a career, hell of a ride. Kind of fallen off the boat ever since Tom Coughlin left, but he's done great overall. And I wish him nothing but the best in his future endeavors. Now, with that being said, we still got to talk about game time, 1 o'clock on Sunday. And I am actually going to take the New York Football Giants over the Washington Redskins in Washington. Both teams are 3-11, and that will pretty much just put the Redskins out of their misery, which they are already in. Next up, not much to say about this game. I have the Ravens. I have the Browns in the dog pound in Cleveland. And I am going to take Lamar Jackson and the Ravens over the Browns in this game. Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints rolling into Tennessee to face off against Tannehill and the Titans. Saints are 11-3. Drew Brees just broke a couple records last week. Titans are 8-6. Not a whole lot to say in this game. Even though they are in Tennessee, I am going to give it to the New Orleans Saints and Drew Brees with Michael Thomas. See how many touchdown passes Drew Brees can throw this week. I'm going to say at least 4. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Le'Veon Bell's old team coming into MetLife to face off against his new team, and neither team is doing completely stellar this season. The Steelers are 8-6, which does, I believe, land them with a playoff spot. But with that being said, the New York Jets are only, what are they, 5-9 this season? Not great, not terrible. For the Jets, that is. It is terrible overall. But I do have Pittsburgh winning this game, even in MetLife, where they have been known to not do that well. But I do think that Pittsburgh can get the job done this week and beat the New York Jets. Next up, we have Battle of the Ugly. We have the Cincinnati Bengals, facing off against the Miami Dolphins. Josh Rosen starting this week? We don't know. More than likely, but it's hard to say. The Bengals are 1-13. The Dolphins are 3-11. I am going to give this game to the Dolphins for one reason and one reason only, and that is the fact that they are home. That's literally it. Next up, I have the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. The Panthers have been up and down all season long, but at the same time, so have the Colts. I am going to give this game to Indianapolis simply because of the fact I feel like Jacoby Brissett and crew, especially T.Y. Hilton, can get the job done over Carolina. Their defense has not been great this season. And their offense just hasn't really prevailed much either. So I am going to take Indianapolis in this game. Next up, we have 1 o'clock on Fox. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. What more can you say, especially going up against a mediocre team like this? Not that the Falcons are all that good this season, but they are better than the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm going to take the Falcons. Next up, 4 o'clock, we have the Raiders and the Chargers in L.A. Neither team, even at 500, both teams actually a couple games under, and I am going to take the LA Chargers in this game, especially with the fact that the Chargers have won 4 of their last 5 games against Oakland, going 2-0 away from Oakland. The Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos, 4:05 on Sunday. The Lions are 3-10-1. The Broncos are 5-9. Even though the Broncos have the better record, I am going to take the Lions. Cowboys and Eagles, I am taking the Eagles to win the NFC East. I gotta get this done quick. Cardinals and Seahawks, I got Seahawks. Chiefs, Bears, I have the Chiefs. Packers and Vikings, wait for it, I have the Green Bay Packers. That is going to be it for me. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. It is the #1 way to help out the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys for Week 17. Peace, guys. I am out.